Hello, this is Catherine of Fit Armadillo, the fitness company that lets you enjoy fitness at your place and your pace. And I'm here today because it is Tighten and Tone Tuesday. This Tuesday, I'm going to talk to you about a type of workout that you've probably heard of, but might not know what it is, and that is the HIIT workout. A HIIT workout is all the rage if you want to get in shape, but hitting as a workout, I mean, that sounds pretty violent, right? All right, Nathan, you want to get your HIIT on? Ready? Hit. Hit. Hit me. This isn't going to work if you don't do a HIIT. I can't be the only one that thought that a HIIT workout had to do with hitting someone or something. I mean, right? All kidding aside, a HIIT workout does not need to involve you getting hit by anyone or you hitting anyone or anything. The HIIT part of the workout is actually an acronym, and it stands for High Intensity Interval Training. In order to do a high intensity interval training workout, you need to be working out at a high intensity, and those high intensity segments are going to be intervals. So you won't work out at that high intensity for your entire workout. You'll actually alternate periods of high intensity with a lower intensity. Now, in order to have the high intensity part of a HIIT workout, we need to know what it means to work out at a high intensity, and I'm going to give you 3 ways to figure that out. The first definition of high intensity comes from a workout scale of intensities of 0 being the lowest and 10 being the highest, and that places the high intensity range of that scale at a 7 or higher. Most of your cardiovascular sessions are going to usually be in that 5 or 6 range. So if that helps you to figure out what high intensity is, 7 or higher on a 0 to 10 scale, that's the definition you can use. If you aren't really sure what to make of that 0 to 10 range scale, another thing you can do is use a heart rate monitor to see what your heart rate is. If you're using a heart rate monitor, the definition of high intensity that you'll want to use is when you're working out at 80 to 90% of your maximum heart rate. So a high intensity interval session is actually a sub-maximal session. You won't be working out at your actual maximum heart rate during a high intensity interval, but you'll be getting pretty close. That's if you want to use your heart rate monitor to test if you're in that high intensity range. And the third way to tell if you're in a high intensity range is to use a talk test. The talk test has 4 levels. 1 means that you are able to hold a conversation. If you're at a level 2 intensity, based on the talk test, you can say a sentence. If you're at a level 3, you can say 3 to 5 words, so you're really just saying phrases. And if you're at a level 4, which is really the high intensity level, you are basically breathless, so you really can't get out any words, maybe 1 word at the most, but that's the level you want to be at if you're trying to judge your intensity level based on a talk test. Maybe 1 or 2 words, but really basically breathless. Okay, so we have the high part of high intensity interval training down. You know how to figure out if you're working out at a high intensity. Now let's look at the interval part. So the IT part of a HIIT workout is the fact that you're going to be using intervals. And this just means that you're not going to be working out at the same intensity the whole time, but you're going to have segments of your workout. There are lots of different time segments you can use and lots of different modes of exercise you can choose. So that means that you can work out on a bike, you could run, you could swim, as long as you are changing between high intensity segments and interchanging that high intensity level with a lower intensity. You are doing high intensity interval training. And also, we usually do a longer rest period than your work period. So for example, you might be running for 1 minute at your high intensity, but then jogging for 2 minutes at that lower intensity. Now, when you go to set up your high-intensity interval training workout routine, you always want to start things off with a warm-up where you're at a lower intensity and end things with a cool-down where you're also at a lower intensity. Now that you watched this video and know what a HIIT workout is, I want you to take action now. Make a plan to incorporate a HIIT workout during your next training session. Leave me a comment below this video telling me the type of interval you're going to use. So are you going to be running, biking, doing some type of body weight exercise? Let me know that for the type. The length of your intervals. So how long are you going to have the high intensity and lower intensity interval be? And the number of intervals you plan to do. Remember, I recommended doing 3 or 4 cycles if you're a beginner, and trying up to 10 intervals if you are a more advanced exerciser. One more thing about interval training before I let you go, you really only want to do it 1 or 2 times a week, otherwise you can risk overtraining. And of course, if you haven't been working out in a while, you do want to see your doctor and make sure that it's safe for you to do these intervals before you get started. Did you enjoy this video? I kind of wish that Nathan had actually hit back a little bit when we were trying our HIIT routine in the beginning, but I guess he actually knew what a real HIIT routine was, unlike me. Otherwise, I thought it was pretty good. If you enjoyed it, please share this video so I can spread the word about what HIIT training really is. Thank you so much for stopping by for this week's Tighten and Tone Tuesday. I hope you have a great week, great workout, and to see you soon.